got it, he said, she said. Granted, he's an officer, but...
Another controversial interaction with the East Ridge Police Department. Good evening, I'm Kim Chapman.
And I'm Josh Rose. Sabrina Majori breaks down body camera video of the incident that began after a family dog got loose. Sabrina.
Josh and Kim, the attorney for the man facing charges from this interaction, provided us with the body camera video and says East Ridge Police's response was uncalled for.
Don't make me come in that house. I will come in that house. I will come in that house. Get out here now. Do it now. Do it now. You think I'm going to argue with you? I'm going to tase your...
What's playing out on your screen now? The first 12 seconds of this East Ridge Police interaction captured on body camera video.
I didn't do nothing.
All I came here to do was to talk to you.
If he didn't have a arresting warrant, that guy didn't have to come out of that house. And a cop could not go in there. That would be a violation of the Fourth Amendment. The threshold of that house is special. You cannot cross it without a warrant.
Now,
They should have been a warrant.
don't tell me how to run my shift. I'll have as many officers here as I want. You understand what I'm saying?
The video shows Kadron Laughlin sitting on the front steps of a home as East Ridge Police Officer Roy Stacker questions him.
So you threatening off-duty officer?
No, he threatened me.
This police report says Kadron Laughlin worked for Orange Grove and was dropping off a client at a home when the family dog got loose.
And he accidentally let her dog out. That's all that happened.
According to that report, Laughlin tried to help the family chase down the dog and ended up on off-duty police officer Andrew Carter's property.
He says you threatened him first. Is that an incorrect statement? It is.
The report says Laughlin threatened Carter with a weapon that police found in Laughlin's car, but body camera video shows Laughlin explaining Carter threatened him first.
So I've got a he said, she said. Granted, he's an officer, but I have to look at it from that side.
The video shows officers asking Carter which charge he thinks fits what happened here.
I'm asking you what you want to do with it. I'll do whatever you want done. You're the Vic.
I'd like to prosecute for ag assault.
Police ultimately arrested Laughlin.
Okay? And, yeah.
Laughlin was later fired from Orange Grove and is now facing aggravated assault charges. But his attorney tells us what happened here was an
Of course, they believe the cop instead of the person that's telling the truth, even though they know cops are allowed to lie. And cops lie all the time. Read any arrest report. You'll know that.
excessive reaction, and he wants to see the DA's office drop this case. We reached out to East Ridge Police Chief Stan Allen about this situation today. He tells us he cannot comment until he decides if there should be an internal investigation. According to Laughlin's attorney, his next court date is set for June 7th. Josh?
Sabrina, thank you. Hamilton County Sheriff's Office confirmed today that the responding East Ridge police officer in that video, Roy Stacker, was a former Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy. According to the department, he worked for the Sheriff's Office for 10 years and resigned under good terms.
We spent the day going through a use of force policy for East Ridge Police and chatting to one expert who helped train law enforcement officers for years. This after East Ridge Police's response, captured on this body camera video, has raised questions about when force is necessary.
Don't make me come in that house. I will come in that house. I will come in that house. Get out here now. Do it now. Do it now. You think I'm going to argue with you? I'm going to tase your...
The first 12 seconds after East Ridge Police Officer Roy Stacker turns on his body camera video as he responds to a call made by an off-duty police officer that started because his neighbor's dog got loose.
I didn't do nothing.
All I came here to do was to talk to you.
This police interaction
just came
ended
there
with
to talk
charges
to
for
him?
Kadron Laughlin.
I thought
Yelling at him and threatening him?
I was about to. If he'd have taken one more step in the house, I would have.
It's now raising more questions about use of force at this department.
From your hands!
After just a month ago, we brought you this body camera video, also from East Ridge, as their officers responded to a traffic stop.
Get out of the car!
Today, we dug into East Ridge Police's use of force policies.
It's a guideline to how officers should conduct themselves.
Vince Champion tells us this section of East Ridge's policy would apply to using weapons like tasers. It points out that the weapons are used in situations when hand-to-hand techniques are not sufficient to control disorderly or violent subjects.
You use one step above the force needed to answer to the force you're receiving.
The East Ridge police chief couldn't comment on this new video as he decides whether to open an IA investigation into this case. But he did tell us after this officer was captured on video using a stun gun that this kind of force is sometimes necessary to gain control of a situation. But Kadron Laughlin's attorney tells us this large police response was uncalled for and excessive. Laughlin's attorney wants to see charges dropped before this case goes to court. Now, Laughlin's attorney also says body camera video clearly shows that his client maintains he only threatened Carter because Carter threatened him first. Despite accusations by both men, only Laughlin is facing aggravated assault charges. Coming up at 6, why the woman whose dog got loose tells us she believes these charges against Laughlin should be dropped as well, and why she says this situation should have never escalated in the first place.